Hi, my name's Denise MacCabe. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator on the central coast of New South Wales, and this is my Make It Monday for this week. Today we're going to make a Christmas card using the Snowfront stamp set. It's a scene builder stamp set. We have 3 of these scene builder stamp sets in the catalogue. So this is Snowfront, this is My Meadow, and this is the Waterfront stamp sets. So they're really interesting stamp sets to play with. Sometimes they're a little bit hard to get your head around because you build the scene as you're stamping it. These are some cards I've made with the My Meadow. I'll just check that there's no glare on that plastic. A little bit, but not too bad. So I used the My Meadow for this card. And also this card. So we'll put those two aside. So they were used, the My Meadow stamp set was used to make these 2 cards. The Waterfront stamp set I used to make this card and this card. And this card using the Northern Lights technique. So that's that stamp set. So I wanted to play with this stamp set today, the Snowfront stamp set. So this is the card we're going to be making. I've used 2 of the in colours, Misty Moonlight, which is a 2019, no, that's a 2020 in colour, and Seaside Spray, which is the 2019 in colour. These 2 blues in colours are 2 of my favourite coloured cardstocks and ink pads, so I will be sad when they go eventually. But today that's what we're going to play with. I've used the shimmery white cardstock for the scene, and I've mounted that on Early Espresso with dimensionals onto the card, the Seaside Spray cardstock. I've put the Seaside Spray cardstock through the, I've put it down, oh, here you go, the textured Impressions embossing folder. It's the subtle dynamic one, and it just gives a slight, just sort of a subtle, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just really nice. It just sort of puts a subtle texture on your cardstock. So let's get started. So I've got everything all cut and scored ready to go. I've used a stitch rectangle die for on the shimmery white cardstock for the scene. So I'll just put that there, and I'll make sure everything's still in the center of the screen. Yep. So I start off with Early Espresso, and I put the little cabin on the cardstock. So I think it's about here I want it. And the beauty of the scene building stamp sets is that there's really no mistakes, because you just stamp and create the scene as you go. So there really isn't any mistakes. It's a bit like painting, really. So let me just have a little look at my instructions as to which one I did next. So I then got my Mossy Meadow, and I stamped the trees. Now, some of these images are 2nd and 3rd impressions. I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'll use the tallest pine tree from the stamp set, and I'll stamp that one near the cabin. Now don't re-ink it again, and you just stamp another impression, and you get a lighter shaded tree. So I put another one over here, and my stamps moved a little bit on my block, but that doesn't matter. And then I put a couple down the front here, Then I got the smaller, or the middle-sized pine tree. And I just plonked one there, and a second impression without re-inking. And I put one over here. See, now this one I had one down here, but I've just put it up, so it doesn't really matter. I'll put another one there, and maybe a third impression here. So that might do for the moment. I might just do a darker one there. I might just leave my trees for the moment. And I might move on to the ground. Now the ground, I used grey granite. Oh, here we go. This, and I used this piece, this stamp out of the stamp set. So I wanted to give my little house a base, or my cabin a base of ground, so it's not sitting on a hill with no foundation. So you just sort of edge, with the photopolymer you can see where your edges are, so you can give the, nudge it up to the base of the cabin. And I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do some down here, and I might turn it around the other way and do some, put some ground there. And then I might just sort of, second impression, I might stamp that off, second impression. Let me see, do I like that? I think I do. So I'll put my ground away. I might come back with the trees that are like on a hill. Oh, and I might do a second impression, just sort of amongst all those trees. Yeah, I think I like that, just to give them a bit more depth. Put that one over there, I'll clean those later. Now, what did I do next? Okay, I put the little deers on next in soft suede. Now, this one's got a snowman. I've sort of done my trees a little bit. That's why I say you can't really make a mistake, because you're just designing a scene. So I might go without a snowman for this card front, but I'll put my little deers down here, I think. Yeah, I like that. So they're in the forefront. And then the mountains. What's that one? Oh, sweet. The mountains I did in Misty Moonlight. Now, Misty Moonlight is quite a dark blue, and I don't want my mountains to be that dark. So what I'm going to, so the first impression is that, and can you see that my darkest mountain's not quite that dark? So what I did, I inked it up and I stamped it off first, and then I went back and stamped it onto my scene. And I didn't re-ink for the other two mountains at all. I just, because then that gives it a look that they're further off in the distance. So that's my mountains. And I don't know whether to put a little snowman on or not. Oh, look, why not? I just will find a different place for him. So the little snowman, I could put him down here. Oh, he's a bit lost, isn't he? Not to worry. I should have left him off. But that's okay, I can put a greeting over that to cover that up because I'm not very happy with that. So let me bring my... I might actually, before I do that, I might put a bit more mountain over here. I could put more trees if I wanted to, but I might actually do mountain. So I'll stamp it off, and then I wonder how I could do that so that it's like that. I might stamp off half of it, and then I've still got, yeah, that looks all right. It just fills in that corner. But what I will do, where I put the snowman, which I'm not happy with, what I'll do is I'll do a little sentiment on a circle die or a circle punch. Let's just keep going. So I shall get my stamp and seal. Make sure it's still in view. Oh, it's run out. I'll go to my other one. And I'll layer that onto my early espresso. And I will get my card base of Misty Moonlight. So they're just interesting stamp sets, the scene building stamp sets to play with and create a scene with them. So I'm going to put that on here. Make sure I've got it all centered and lined up. And then when you get to the, oh, what's going on there? When you get to the end of your sheets of dimensionals, don't throw all the edge pieces away. You can snip them up into little pieces and use them on your cards and get extra mileage out of your dimensionals, sorry. Make sure I put it up the right way. So I want to center that. There we go. So you can see how my snowman got lost because he wasn't in the clear space. But what I'll do for this card is I shall get a scrap of my shimmery white cardstock out. Why you keep scraps. And I'll get my Itty Bitty Christmas stamp set out. This is just such a good stamp set for Christmas time. It's just so good. Now I'm just wondering which one will I use because I want to do a little circle here. I might use Joy to the World. Yes. Now I'll just have to clean one of these stamps off. And I think I'll do it in Misty Moonlight because that's the card base colour. Yeah, like that. I love these colours. Now let me see. I could use the 1-inch circle punch that's retired. Bear with me a minute. Or I could use, no, that's a bit big. I don't think that'll be big enough. Oh, maybe? No. So it's 1 1/8. I need the 1 1/4 inch. It's a retired punch, but I've kept my circles. Now I might get a dauber and just dauber around the edge of that. Still no light yet. There's enough on that. Don't need to re-ink it. And because I'm using the shimmery white cardstock, I don't think I need any bling because I just don't think so. I don't know. I might have to have another look at that because I do love bling. See, no mistakes in craft. You can always get away with lots of things. So I'm just going to put a bit of Stamp and Seal on this part. And maybe I should have done that first, but I didn't. I'll put a little mini dimensional just underneath the end that's sort of floating in the air. Come on, off you come. There we go. Now, what do you guys think? Do I need any bling? I'll leave it for the moment, and if I decide to add a bit of bling, I'll add it later. So that's my Makeup Monday today. It was quick and easy, wasn't it? With the scene building stamp set, Snowfront, and the Itty Bitty Christmas greeting stamp set. Great set, that one. So thanks for joining me on Make It Monday. Bye.